Okay, so my live stream is starting, and we should be good to go, right, Gavin? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I am live. Alright, cool. So guys, welcome to my live stream. But now, so guys, I'm with Gavin,
Hi.
and then so again, reason why I can't pull up my webcam is because my the game lags with it too. So just just a fair warning, I had to take off my webcam. So let's go ahead and bring the game up, and then let's see what is beginning. So let's see, and everything. Okay, cool. So this is the brand of the game. Alright, cool. So we know we left off. Okay, so we know we finished this whole entire game, and then now this game is okay. So this is the intro, and then after that is the chapters 1 through. Well, actually, it's the intro through chapter 17. So let's go back and then let's begin the game. Right, Gavin?
Yeah.
And here we go. So, oh, I heard that, Gavin. I heard that. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, here we go.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Okay.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Yes.
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Okay.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves.
Gavin,
I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Oh my god.
So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
Okay.
And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
Okay.
So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Got it.
Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay, so in chapter 1, so I start to have a gun in my hand, and then on to something else. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So,
This game is called Escape from Whisper,
Okay.
and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
okay. So, now I'm trying to find the portal. I heard that, Gavin. I heard that. I like it.
Security call reached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
So this door is closed. Okay,
It
so
kind of
I'm
looks
done.
like this
Okay.
game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies
And then
anywhere.
this door is
You can't
open
even
in a
reload the
second.
gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately, we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
There we
Enemy
go.
force neutralized.
Now
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
And that door's locked. And now we go, and there we go. Now this is the maze, which I'm trying to.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know.
It's kinda
There's really no
so-
reason for it that I've ever
kinda
been able to
iffy.
discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Okay. That.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Okay, now the portal is
Hey,
legit
you
right there.
in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Okay, now, guys, before we go into the portal, this kills us. And then in the second time, we go up in space. Okay, here we go. And we die.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying,
beam, portal,
is
whatever,
probably
okay,
what
whatever.
Coda had initially intended when
Whatever
he
you
was
put to
developing
both.
this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Right. Okay, so I go back out. Okay, so now I go back into the beam. And then, yeah. Now let's see. And here we go. Now, okay. We're in space. Hello, what's up? How's it going? How's life? Sorry. Okay.
The beam causes you to start floating.
Right.
And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this,
I can see
something
the
lodges
whole
itself in
entire
his
map,
brain.
Gavin.
He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream
Yep.
of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions.
Gosh.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the first
Oh
game
my
he made
gosh.
after leaving this one behind.
I'm gonna walk in your mouth, mister. Whoa.
Okay.
In your mouth.
So, Chapter 2, November 2008, and this is the part where I'm going backwards, like legit backwards. So Gavin,
Yeah.
this is the part where I have to walk backwards. So it says here, the past was behind her. So what?
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Yes, I'm walking backwards, Gavin.
So it's a short and relatively
Oh, but
minimalist
the feature
experiment
cannot be
combining
seen. Okay,
motion and
so-
narrative.
okay.
It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more
Okay.
focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than
okay.
simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
There we go. But if the feature is always behind her. Okay, so I think I get it. So Gavin.
Yeah.
So if it's backwards, okay. If I'm walking backwards, this music is backwards too. How will she find the strength? Okay, so everything is in backwards, Gavin. Everything is in backwards to confront it.
It's a short little thought, it
Okay.
says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Okay. So we're still on the same day, 2008 in November, and I'm going to enter into something really weird. Okay.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay, now we're on. Okay, now we're on.
Oftentimes,
December.
Coda would
Okay,
put
not
bizarre
this game.
titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh, that's. Really
I wish I'd
cool.
known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Now I'm about to try to slow down, but if I hit enter, I go at the normal speed.
Once you've been
Hold on,
slowed
I
to
gotta
an
go-
absolute
hold on.
crawl,
What's this?
the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full
Right.
speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that one. So I'm gonna open up the door to myself. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now this is nice.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for
I
games.
did not know that. Okay, that's cool. Okay, now okay, what's this? So this says here.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Charge of trying to. No, I'm not gonna. What? Okay. A game of only. Okay, so January 2009. Okay, so what is this? Cause. Okay. Now this is where it gets crazy. So this is the door puzzle. Now I'm
Well,
trying
this
to
is
figure out
new
what
for
it
Coda.
is.
It's an
So I
actual
open this
puzzle.
door,
Go ahead and see
I
if you
go
can
in,
solve
and then
it.
I close the door really fast. There we go. And then I open this door.
Don't forget that solution,
go,
because
okay.
we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Now I go into this building. Okay. So if I hit enter,
So that seems to be it,
everything
right?
is gonna be like
You walk down a
crazy.
corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay, here we go. Now the walls have been removed. Okay. Gavin.
How about that?
Look-
There was
look-
more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
So I
Either
can't
way,
go
I
up
think that the
here,
point
okay.
is the same.
So-
Is that most of the time, you don't get to know what you're missing.
So
Or
I
even
gotta-
that you're missing anything. That's
Or
not your
even-
role as a player.
Anyways.
So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Okay. 2009 again, January, same month. And now I'm about to exit. Okay.
Aha! So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back, and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay, March 2009 was this. Okay. Now this is okay. Okay, this is really crazy. So I'm in this white
Let's talk
wall
about
thing,
video
and
game
there's a
development
house.
for a
Okay.
second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Okay.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Okay. So I go in there.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Oh, I'm falling.
The tools
I
available to the
didn't fall
creator
down.
shape what kinds of
I'm
creative work they're
going
going to
to-
end
okay,
up
okay,
making.
cool.
You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Okay. Now this is what gets even more, crazy and funnier. I mean, some people are saying that, okay. So anyway, so some people are saying that, this game literally gonna sell. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go in, and then this brings me back into something like, I don't know. I'm gonna pull the sell. Okay. Oh my god.
This prison, funny
Okay.
enough, in Coda's original design, the door stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, thank you. 'Cause that was
This is
hilarious
something that
you
he and I
said
used to
that.
argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Okay. And okay. So there is
It's the
another
puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Okay.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
So this is kind of cool, Gavin. So this is where I literally okay. So you there? Did you
Here,
come
Coda
from
begins
above?
using a kind of
What
dialogue
was up
system
there?
that he
Okay,
fashioned
so-
out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Okay, so these three listeners or listens, saying, "You there? Did you come from above? And what was up there?" So, Gavin.
Yeah.
So one says, "Yes, there were a world stampede with witnesses." That's not right. Two said, "Yes, there was an enormous prison." What? No, I am gonna go for 3 because there's no way I'm choosing 1 and 2, Gavin. Okay.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are both good. So, yes, there were these floating colored blocks. Okay. That's the world above. You've been there. Okay. Now this is important. Did you have to get through the puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Hold on. Let me adjust the sound because it's so loud. Right, Gavin?
Yeah.
It's so loud. Let's see. I think it's good. Okay, let's continue. continue. I don't know if you can hear like a little line. So anyways, now this morning did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, so one said, Gavin. So one said, yes, I did that. But yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. 2 said, no, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. And 3 said, I'd rather not to tell you. After all, okay. So 1, 2, or 3, Gavin. So 1, 2, or 3.
I don't know.
I mean, I would go for So okay, let's go for 3 because I don't know what they're talking about. Let's go for 3. Okay, let's go for 3. I got it. Okay. Okay. What you don't know? Okay, you don't understand. What do you mean? We are trapped here. But that puzzle is our only escape. We need to get through it. Okay. 1 said you think you want to get through, but trust me, you don't. 2, let me describe it, but let me describe it.
My friends are calling me. Give me a second.
So 1 said you think you want to get through, but trust me, you don't. 2, let me describe it for you. Let me tell. Those are like really bad. Alright, I'll tell you how to solve it. Or 2 said, let me describe it for you. Let me tell you all about what is over there. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna go for I mean, let me describe it for you. Let me tell you about. I'm gonna go for 2 because I don't know what's going on. I did 3. No, that isn't possibly enough. I need to get to be. I need to actually be there. I cannot simply be told what it is. Okay, there's the next. Okay, it's gone. Okay, so we're going next door, and then I'm going to these other people again. Okay. Now, hello. How did you get there? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes. Do you want to know how to solve it or no? No! Because, no, I don't want to solve it. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the back space in the middle. What happens if I solve it? Why do I sit in the back space, or who are you? 2. Okay. Oh, it's a good. Oh, it's a good.
Alright.
Alright. So I answered those questions, and then I think we're good to go, right, Gavin? Okay.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
I'm running, making an entire speed path.
Okay, so I see a lamppost. That is really cool. Okay, there is a lamppost.
It's a lamppost.
I know that, thank you.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination,
Okay.
which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. Clear and clear, okay. So, okay. April 2009. Okay. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. Okay. All notes you see are left by other players. Okay. Oh, that's okay. So we know what they are, but if you guys don't know what they are, but it says here the text. Nice room not. Okay. Okay. So
first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda.
No point to this.
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Coda and everything, that's cool.
I was over enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Boring.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Okay, so I see this painting
But it's
right
ironic,
there,
isn't
and I'm trying to get to there.
that in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's
Are you
game
doing this?
and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work.
Oh yeah,
I think this
guys,
is why I always
by the
liked
way,
Coda's games so
if you
much.
want to add my friend
It's because it
Gavin on
felt like they
Roblox,
let me
feel
have
free
that
to do
connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world.
So Gavin, tell them.
And
tell
then I
them what's
feel
your,
less lonely,
name
too.
On Roblox.
Fighting Battler.
Okay, so after this live
It's
stream,
an old name.
yeah. Okay, so after this live stream, I'll add that to the link below if you wanna go follow him on Roblox if you could. So.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Keep on walking. Just keep
In
on
each of his
walking.
games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then
And
place this
here's
puzzle
another door puzzle.
that he knows has a reliable
I'm going to do that
solution.
right now.
He understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
And then open the door and you go out
And because
again.
there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces,
Oh no, not
before
that
you
sound. I
move
hate that
on,
sound
you
so
get to
much.
pause.
Oh.
Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and
Wow,
connect
that's
the pieces
cool.
together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Okay, so May to June 2009. Okay.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just
Right,
spin its own
okay,
wheels for a few
let's-
minutes. Hang with it.
This is the wishing well. The sun is like out, but the clouds are gonna pile them up. Okay. Now, okay, cool. We go down. Okay. Now, oh, that's cool. Oh, jeez. Now it's getting way too loud. Okay.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I gotta... Okay, so what furniture ought to go to the center of the room? So Gavin, so one said, how about a TV with surround sound? Okay, I gotta go for 1. Just simply a 1. Okay. So a stool just popped up. Okay. Okay. Now, what about along the wall to the room? I'm gonna go for.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to go take a shower. I'll be right back. I'm gonna call you back right when I'm done.
Okay, do you promise? Grab it. Okay. This is getting weird. This is getting weird. Okay. So we're trying to build something here, which is so weird. I don't know what to do, honestly. Okay. A skylight full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. No! I'm thinking 10 by 12 greased electric 6 inches soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Or we'll put live Tesla. Oh. 2. Okay. Because this lamp shows up. A table. We need a table. Okay, we know that already. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of them are to 2. Because I think... Okay. Because they're telling me there's a table. Because there's no, like...
There's a bit more to this one,
no,
but
like,
still, it's
right
not really
or wrong
communicating
answers,
anything.
okay?
It's kind of just weird for weirdness'
There's no
sake.
right or wrong answer, so... Yeah. Oh, that's
So, okay,
sick.
he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay, so this is another person. So, hello, please walk forward. Okay, this guy will help. This guy will enable your life. Sorry, this guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Okay, follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. Okay. Okay, so first click on the table. Okay, done. Okay. Good. Go over the go over to the photo frame and click and turn it slightly. Okay. Now turn the floor lamp. Okay. Now the floor lamp. Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you. There we go. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, and then turn it back on. What? Okay. Now go to the left side sofa. Move it over to a little. Okay, fine. Now go to the left sofa. Move it over a little. Hold on, because I need to see everyone who's on right now. Oh, Dylan's on. Hi, Dylan. So I had to see what's going on. Alright, cool. So now, okay, I gotta go to the left sofa and move something, right? Yeah. Finally touched the shelves. Okay. What shelf? Oh, what? Okay, that shelf. Okay. There we go. Now I go back. Okay. Now I go back and return. Okay, and return. Okay.
And of course, Now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version
going out
where
now.
the inside of the
Okay.
prison is the outside
what
and
do
the
you
outside
mean?
is the inside.
Like, I'm out.
Let me just
I mean,
blink
what
you
do
real quick
mean?
through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded
Yeah.
on this prison ID.
Okay.
There's nearly a dozen of them.
That is cool.
Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person
Cool
basically
puzzle, hi, what's up?
unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this
Upside
prison that I
down.
could be
Why
working?
is it upside down?
Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop.
What?
That particular mechanism of defense
Okay,
against
Coda,
yourself.
I think
Without
you
it,
have
you just
gone a little bit too
spiral.
far,
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very
Great job,
last
Coda.
version of the prison game that
Great
he
job.
created. And the reason I think
job
it
on your
works
hard work,
is that the
Coda.
prison is not actually in it.
Now, guys, as I said before on my last video, but
Okay, I'm ready to
Okay.
finish.
okay, so guys, as I said before, I mean it's not really a video, but so as I said, we're gonna go into the house, but we're gonna be in the phone booth, right, Gavin?
Yeah.
And there's lamppost. It opened. Okay, so I go in there and then ask people questions. Here we go. I get the phone off. Okay, who's this? Hello. Hey, who is this? Okay. I only have one. Hey, it's me. I'm. Oh, that's dark. Okay. And Gavin.
Yeah.
Also, I checked, to see if there's any people, and then we have one watching. So, hey, it is me. I'm you from the after you get to prison. That's scary. Okay. Okay. What's this? You're me. Okay. So you were trapped in this prison too. Yep.
It's a conversation.
Furniture maze.
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
So you were trapped in a maze in this prison too. Okay. Yep, I was in the furniture maze. Yep, I was in the escape tutorial. Oh, yep, I was in the reverse prison. I'm gonna go for 3? I guess 3. Okay. That's where I am right now. I'm so glad to know that I get out eventually. What's it like to escape? So one said, actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison was like. It's strange, but in a way, the last two are not that good. I'm gonna go for 1 because Gavin,
Yeah.
the last 2 are kind of weird, so I choose 1. Okay, so really, how long has it been since you got out? Years, like I've been standing right here working up the nerve to call you for only a few minutes, but somehow it's already fuzzy, like kind of like it never happened. I'm gonna go for 1. Okay, so years. I haven't been here for years, I don't think. This is really hard to admit, but I was afraid to make this call. Time moves differently for you than it does for me. Maybe the woman in the prison is just affecting you in a strange way. Agree. Okay. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No. No! I answered yes! I did a call. I meant to say no. Sorry, that was an accident. Sorry. Oof, I got it.
Yeah, that's what I have done.
Oh, that's cool.
All the purple I have done.
Okay. So when they tell you what do you have to get out? I didn't ask you the question. I answered this question on accident. Okay, anyways, so all they told me was to be sincere. What? Okay, they asked me how I felt about being imprisoned. Or they just talked to me for a while. One. Okay, what's this? That reads you. How does that work? Just be sincere. That's it. Okay. Sincere about what? What? Okay, that's exactly what you need to do. Figure out in order to escape. Okay.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
I bet. Okay. August 2009. Okay. Good.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Okay. And now I'm going to the house because I'm helping
To me, this
someone
environment is meant to represent
clean
Coda's
the house.
puzzle, with the
So
two
do it.
doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Okay, so the house. So what do you need? Oh my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having just to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous
Everyone
games,
knows
including
Moses
this
and
new and
3,000
improved
volts.
chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
So one said, "Don't worry about me. A place this nice. I'll be glad to stay here all night." What? Oh, what? Okay, are we cleaning this? Okay, 3. Okay, that's the story. Little one. Oh, don't worry. Now we'll be through this mess in no time. I promise you will wish there was more. Now I have to clear the table. Okay, alright, so get that done. Okay. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the beds? Yes, because we know it's from all the last video that we filmed, right, Gavin?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did everything good, and okay, so I wanted to legit do everything. That's how I do like good house. Okay, okay, let's okay, all the little details matter. Okay, so I just say a statement. Okay, do you enjoy 1? Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need to. While I'm working, I feel I kind of calm and rest in my rib cage. Okay, my soul just can't be soothed any other way. It seems, which I guess is about all that matters. Oh, that. Oh, and a tidy. And oh, okay. I gotta make the couch game. So let's do that. Okay, cool. So maybe mop that. Okay, so I gotta get that. Okay. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. Okay, okay, 1. Okay, I go into the bathroom. Okay. Go. Shelf. Okay. So I go back to the room. Okay. Okay. Now then, how about you?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Are all houses these? This is. I'm gonna go for one.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it.
Okay.
This was
So
during
I
a
go
period of a
back
few
into the
months where he
room
was
and
grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Okay, now I go to the bathroom and to the tub. Okay, so I do that. Go. Okay. Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. That's cheesy. Okay, I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Oh, I'm gonna say yeah. You're right. That's pretty cheesy. That's not too. Okay.
You like to be sick? You're better.
Let's keep this. Okay. Whoops. Look. I know what to do from here, but I don't know. Okay, so this is for the people who are new to this game. Okay, so
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace. But, of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well.
Oh!
Again, you can't
Okay, so
stay
this
in the
wall
dark
clearance
space for
thing-
too
not
long.
wall,
You
this
just
glass door,
can't.
okay, this
You
glass
have
door.
to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Nice. Okay. Nice, and much nicer. That's pretty much awesome. So, I'm gonna turn the volume off on my phone so that way you can so I can see what's up. So we still have one people on right now, so that's good. Okay, so now I go into the wall. Not wall, ceiling. I mean glass. Wall, see. Okay, wall, window, whatever. Okay, so now, jeez. Sorry, I have to do this. Okay, so why is there a lamppost? Why is there a lamppost?
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
2009, okay. Items you
This
love
one
and
gets a bit
okay.
goofy. Now there is a lot of text, but it seems kind of unreal. I gotta tell everyone that I'm live. Hold on a second.
Okay, I got moved to the front. Okay.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
What? Wow.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly,
How do I
you
play-
discover that
how
your
do I
teacher
play
is
as
just
teacher?
as bigoted and afraid as you are.
Listen.
Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Okay, thank you. There's 2, 3. Because I want you guys to.
I felt pretty hard for
What
this
is
one.
going on?
I feel like it's one of the most
What's going
relatable
on?
experiences that you can
Perfection?
to
That's not
assume that some other
perfection right
person
there. That's
is
called
perfect
war.
and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days. This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Uh-oh. No, I have to go on stage. And then these 2 bars close behind me, which is scary. Why? I don't understand why I have to go on stage. But what's up? Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, we start out leaning against this wall. Okay. Okay, done. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room is in this chair. Is a professional photographer of animals. Say something to her. Hello? Sorry, I have to leave. Or where's the bathroom? Sorry. Hello? Hello? That's it? What? What did I do? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm like back in school. I'm super scared right now. I like you, or hopes and dreams. Oh, this game is really getting out of hand now. Right. That's scary. I gotta go for 2. I like you. There we go. So, okay. I was reversed, but I knew. I was reversed, but I knew what I wanted. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce, I know them. When you touch them, you'll represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you've learned into the pain. Or what are some sacrifices you had to make. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna go for 2. So why not? Of course. Missing a... What did I do? It's not funny. What? Cool. Those comes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Ah, why? Fine. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I don't like the sound. Clearly, I don't like the sound.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety,
Come on, what are
to
you
fears
doing?
of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself
Okay,
away.
I can barely
Which is what
see
leads to
anything.
scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago,
doing great.
where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating.
Why
He
is
just keeps
there more
backing
stuff in
away
there?
from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify
I
the
don't
idea
like that
of
noise.
just disconnecting
I
yourself.
don't like that noise.
And that wasn't what I wanted
Stop.
for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Okay, now we're on into something here. So we're kind of almost done with the game. To play this game, okay, now we're on to something here. Cool. Now, what's going on? What's up? I gotta be fast. I gotta be fast on 3. Okay, I gotta be fast. Go, 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 go. First try. First try. First try. First try. First try. We got this. We got this. Okay, okay, no, please. Please. Okay. I'm 1. Okay. Oh, snap. I can't keep making these. I did on the first try, guys. Okay. Yes, that's it.
Like I
That's the
said, I was
truth.
getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So I don't feel anymore. Okay, I don't feel anymore. I'm out of ideas, or it's draining me. Gosh, that's sad. Guys, I'm sorry.
Okay. Just wanted Uncle Mark to see that.
You're live?
Yes. Okay, now it's messed up. Like, guys, let's pretend that it never happened. Literally. So. Oh, okay. Again, let's pretend that it never happened. What is going on? I'm done. Okay, so I don't feel anymore. I'm out of ideas or restraining me. I don't know. Why is it quiet here? Maybe they're talking. Someone help me. Someone do something. You're safe now. What do you mean? You're safe. You say okay. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm out of ideas. Sure. Okay. What's this? Keep going. Keep talking. Okay. I haven't been honest. I can figure out how to say the thing, or I thought it was gonna be easy. Okay, 3. Oh, by the way, good thing my webcam is off, so I think we should be good. Okay, I'm alone, I'm stuck in it, or I have to work harder. 3. Because why not? We're going to be okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, what's this? Okay, what's this?
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Right.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Right. December 2010. What's this? Okay. So, guys, this is where me and my friend Gavin did this. Because we did this in the extra episode, but it's not clearly episode 1. But now you guys are watching this, it's episode 1, but I'm gonna edit this extra episode so that we can see more. Hello, where am I? Or what is this? Where am I? Because I'm lost. Okay. So we know what to do from here. Nice. Okay, where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Or hello, is anyone there? 2. Oh no, don't tell me, because if I go further down more, I'm gonna hear crying, because this game is really scary on top of it. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. 1. Because I'm lost and I ran out of ideas. Oh no, what happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Well, I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. 1. Okay, why do I hear breathing? Why do I hear breathing? I swear, this game is really creepy. Because, as I said, from the extra episode, I heard crying. It's scary! I don't know why it's scary. Okay, wait, you're looking for the machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take it to... What? You have to take me to it. Okay, that's a good answer. Okay. That's a good answer. Okay, I can do that.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because, from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay. Alright, what's next? Now just press the switch here. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You can't
that was
talk
simple.
yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
True.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement.
There. No, thank
then there's
you.
no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
No, I can't go in there because one, it's so creepy. I'm going to hear crying again. I don't like this. Come on, no. I feel bad now. I feel bad now. Come on, no. No, I feel bad. No, I feel bad now. Oh man. Come on, why do I have to enter this? I can't believe I never saw this before. Saw it before this. Okay, here we are. I feel bad now because it's crying. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say the game development is simple and joyous, and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay, 1. I hate crying. Literally, I hate crying noises. I mean, literally, I can't. I can't anymore. This makes me cry. This literally makes me want to cry. This is literally going to make me cry. Hold on. That feels wonderful. But hold on. Why do I hear crying? I hate crying. I like only laughing. Stop crying. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Now it's in like, okay, now it's crying but in reverse. I hate crying so much. Okay, but it wasn't true. Why'd the walls just crumble too? I hate crying. Stop crying. I crying so much. I hate crying so much. Okay. I legit hate crying. I feel bad now. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying the creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. I'm constantly excited and okay, 1. I don't know why.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not
Yeah, that's
worth
wonderful.
this
Keep going.
amount of suffering.
Please stop you crying. It's really annoying. Stop you crying! Literally. It's really annoying now. Stop. I feel bad now. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. Or such a simple solution. 3. Because why not? I'm gonna go for 3.
This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Okay, that feels fantastic. So perfect. None of this is helping. Look, I hate crying. I mean, I'm going to vomit. Please, where's the machine? 3. Please, where's the machine? Patience, you have to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue. I will not continue because I hate crying. Stop your crying, please. Stop your crying. Everything will be okay. Stop destroying the walls. Yes,
I don't know.
keep going.
This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it.
No guilt.
I wanted it to
saved by
stop
my
more
work,
than anything.
or I believe this.
I had never felt so rotten.
Unquestionably.
I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
I'm gonna go for 1. If I go straight more, this crying gets worse. That's I'm free.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
No. May 2011. Okay, what's this one? The machine. Okay. And there's a card. Okay, hi, what's up? What's going on? Man, glad to see you. You've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You begin the interrogation whenever you like. So, I intended to be quick, quiet, or brutal. Quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing. What happened here? Oh, no. Bye. Don't care. See you later. Bye. I don't care anymore. Bye. See you later. The bomb. Hi, what's up? The bomb. Hi, bomb. How's it going?
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Take that choice. Okay, you stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive, or your work was keeping us healthy? Hold on, that is so loud. Hold on. Sound quality. Oh, medium. Okay, fine. How is it so loud? Stop feeding us. Those people out there, can you imagine what can you put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. Or how could you possibly go back to trust me to do this job? I'm gonna go for 1. the start. You need to go. The people are out of there and apologize to them. One. Because I ain't supposed to say sorry to the people. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with these people. My friends, not followers, friends. Because I trust my friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news, or I have a troubling revelation. 1. The machine will not apologize. The machine will not apologize to us. 1. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks. We are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Okay, 1. Let us pay it. Retribution. Okay. 2. Follow me. What? Follow me, you'll destroy the machine. 1. No! No! Not that again! Why that again? Fine. Sorry. Hey, sorry for that one. Sorry. Those people are literally doing this code up. I'll make sure you are known forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people. To get some actual feedback on his game.
Sorry, Coda.
It might get him out of isolation.
I didn't mean to do that. Those people...
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
No, not the room! Not the peaceful room! No! No, I'm dying.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work.
That's weird.
There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Jeez. Oh, I gotta shoot that bomb, right? Put down your weapon. No, I won't. I have a gun. I'll shoot you.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with the thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It's the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Oh my gosh. That's not good.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
No!
So this is June of 2011,
No!
and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
What?
And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email,
What's the matter with
and
you?
it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
Come on, Coda!
This one is called The Tower,
The
and
Tower.
to my
Great.
knowledge, it's the last game that
Great.
Coda ever made. So
Great.
let's take a look.
Wait, let's see if they have their Instagram. Let's see. Okay, now we have seen this before because of this.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work.
I can't go in, can
Because
I?
more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
On, yep. Like I'm kind of sad because this whole entire thing is now creepy because this game is like come on. One second. Yep. Hold on. I don't know what's the last name of Coda's name. I mean, that's what I'm trying to look up.
This room actually
Now
has a
we
maze
can't
in
go
it.
into this platform because we'll dive in here. I can't hit enter. Okay. For now, but no. I can't go in. Like literally. What can I do? Just go down and die? Okay.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, thank you. Because I think you're in full control of this whole entire game, but Coda had made this whole entire game, but you, sir,
And to be fair, it's not
are
like this is the
helping me.
first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the
Right,
cleaning
okay,
chores
right,
and you
okay,
just
okay,
cleaned a
right,
house
right.
forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
15, 16, 17, that's the code right there.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Because I know what the code is, so yeah. So I went there like really early, so yeah.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first two challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. feel like a failure, I guess.
Can this
when I
door
can't
even open?
fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me
Okay,
do that.
thank you. Finally. Thank you.
Was I a failure for not understanding this
shut
game?
up.
I don't know why I would
so
be. It's not like
negative. Be positive
everything needs to
about
have a
yourself.
solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed. and
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
understand
Shut up.
why.
Stop being so negative. Be positive. Like, oh, you have completed this game, or oh, you have done your job perfectly, and then stop being so negative. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful that you have done this game with Coda.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person.
Sorry.
I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend.
What?
I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
And I bet you're going to cry. Because you're saying that you failed. You didn't fail.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
No! Stop saying that! Stop saying that you failed.
Where did I screw up?
What? Great. Now you're making people sad. Because of you. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
No! Anyways, dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. No. What? No. What's the matter with you?
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt...
closed?
It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
Okay, well, I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. Coda! Chill out, man! Chill out!
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so affected my personal space. That is possible. I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? That's a question. Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Coda! Chill out. You need to chill out, Coda. Stop. Giving them something that is not yours to give. Violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. I'm sad now because this... really, stop. This is sad. This is so sad.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Would you simply let me? Would you simply let them be what they are? When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. What? So like you're going to die? What's wrong with you, Koda? Like I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you and everything, but I couldn't help you. So good luck. So just saying, good luck on helping yourself. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. What is wrong with you, Koda? I'm trying to help you, but no, you couldn't. I struggling to come up with new ideas. It's not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Koda, you need to see a therapist. Because I don't know what is wrong with you. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. I mean, literally, Koda, you need to go see a therapist. I don't know what is wrong with you, and I don't know what's wrong with your soul, your mind, and everything. You're on your own, man. You're on your own. You're literally on your own.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Stop. But I do hope that one day it clicks, and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling. And when you finally see what I'm talking about. Koda, when will you ever learn? Don't say anything. Okay, thank you. But still, Koda, like you're on your own. I'm trying to help you, but no, you like literally. I mean, stop it. Why stop breathing?
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Hold on. Guys, I am live on YouTube right now, and I don't know what is the matter with this game. Guys, it's epilogue. I don't know what to do now. I'm sad.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Man, well, we're at the epilogue. Oh no! No. I'm trying to help you, but I'm trying to help you. Come on. Like, I'm legit trying to help you, but no. No. And then in the train station. I don't like
Solution.
This is a sad day. This is clearly a sad day. Because of this game, really.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Come on, cry it out. Be
Maybe
fine.
he just likes making prisons.
Just cry it out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine without Coda. You'll be fine. I know you and Coda had a big fight, but just try it out. You'll be fine with Coda.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate
Come
you.
on. That sucks. Come on, just cry it all out. You'll be fine with Coda. No, you'll be fine without him. Okay. Goodbye. Oh, I don't understand. Literally, like honestly. This is sad. Like, I don't want to put into the end. I don't want to end this game. Why?
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than
put a sad
validation,
ending into this game?
what would that even be?
Stupid game.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
This is a sad day, literally. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they put a sad ending into this game. Oh, this is sad. Oh,
What now?
no. Just cry. I don't care anymore. Just cry.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Come on. No. Come on. Don't be like that guy. Come on, don't be like This is not a good thing. I'm telling you. Well, what can I say? That's the end of the game. I mean, I can't believe it's the end game, literally. I mean, I'm just... Literally. Guys, in this game, the Beginner's Guide, they add a sad ending to it. I don't know why they put a sad ending to it. But that's how the game works. I don't know why they put a sad... And I'm sad. Okay. It's not that good. It's not that sad.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
Really?
But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back, turn back.
Well, let's just take a brief moment to pause here. That was the Beginner's Guide. Well, what can I say? I mean, well, well, time to quit. And then I can bring back, I can bring back my face camera and everything. And hold on. Alright, here we go. Well, guys, that does it. Well, guys, once again, that was the Beginner's Guide. I hope you enjoyed this long live stream. We've been live for like an hour and 46 minutes, but it has to come to end like that way because of this whole entire game thing. I don't know why it happened like that, but I mean, I don't get why they had to put a sad ending into this game, and I just don't get it. I don't understand why. I mean, just life happens like that before. So that guy and Koda got into big fights, and the reason why Koda had to stop making those games forever. So that does it, and then I guess I'm gonna have to recover. Well, guys, that's it for this game and this live stream. If you guys want more of this stuff like that, be sure to give this live stream a thumbs up, and also thank you guys for the support on this channel.